Hey everybody, welcome to ISB and Robotics Room and my classroom. We are right at the start of the high school, so you can see as you walk in, there's a big glass front. We got a lot of trophies, we got some banners, and what's cool is it's all glass front, so everybody that walks by, you can see what's happening in the room. There's obviously some pretty heavy advertising for the Steel Panthers. That's the name of our team. Down here is the Invention Center and the Makerspace. I'll show you that in a second, but let me walk you through my room. We are High School 101. And when you come in, it's pretty dominated by the VEX Robotics Arena. This is for the VEX V5 competition. I've found that if you take your little banners from the Worlds, they actually fit perfectly in there. So each of the time we've been to Worlds, I've put our banners on the edge. So the arena is elevated. So underneath, the teams can kind of store their stuff for the upcoming season. Now this room right now is quiet and peaceful and clean because the season hasn't started yet. So let me show you what else it looks like. When you walk in, you come in and my desk is kind of up front. I've got some iPads that the kids can use for filming and documenting their stuff. Cool things, more cool things that kids have gotten me over the years. And then kind of up front, we don't use this a lot, but I guess it's the board, some of the VEX travel stuff. Along the wall is the space for middle school robotics. Middle school robotics uses Lego Spike Prime. So the top shelf is kits 1 through 22, and that's for one of my periods. There's 22 kids. You'll see that they're labeled so the kids remember kits 1, 2, 3 go here, and that goes all the way down to 22 on the end there. And then below, this will be the next period. These are kits 23 through 44 because there's 22 kids in that class as well. So their kits always go back in order. And then below is what I like to call the garage. There's some charging, and so below each one is a space for the kids to plug in and charge their bots for class. Underneath is spare parts for Lego, as well as some other things, because I just am lucky to have the resources I have. Robot battle arenas, because of course, as well as some important things about our day, as well as my favorite quote, "The future is here, it's just not evenly distributed." Go William Gibson. So we walk down here, and when we look out, this is what you see from the room. Students work on these desks in these big work areas. I can't quite find a good way to space them out because it's kind of a weird shaped room and that arena takes up a bunch of space, but we work with what we've got. So along here, like I said, spare parts on top, and I tried to put the spare parts on the outside of the bin. So if a kid goes, "Hey, I need a square," there's your square. "Hey, I need some straights," there's your straights. "Hey, I need some gears." Gears are down here. You get the idea. So that's middle school robots. There's some wheels. We kind of start to get to venture into the VEX side of things over here. I also have some spare parts, some spare motors, brains, sensors, some other stuff. So that would be what we use for middle school. Now for high school, oh, this is new. This is our battery charger for VEX V5. But check this out. For high school now, I have VEX EXP kits. Each group of 2 students will get a kit. So you can see EXP 1, 2, etc. And they're labeled and everything inside is labeled. So their kits are always gonna go back here. And then look, they've got their own personalized garage. So when they start building their robot, EXP 1 robot goes there, EXP 2, EXP 3. And so the high school robots will always be stored for the classes in these 2 bays. Now, we come over here, and this is where all the VEX V5 competition stuff starts. I've been lucky to inherit this room and a lot of spare parts and bins and equipment, and I'm trying to stay organized. We're getting there. Zip ties, everybody needs those. VEX brains, pneumatics, I think I even spelled that correctly. That's impressive. Motors, controllers, etc. So my goal is that the high school robotics group for the club uses these bins as well as some of our travel stuff and then can store their things underneath. That would be super cool. And then obviously I've got to set up the arena for the new game. We're not going to comment on that right now. And there's the back end of those trophies. And then you kind of got some odds and ends over here, right? Bubble wrap, tape, stuff like this. The Ramp of Doom, my favorite. A giant toolbox. Some other stuff there. So it's pretty much a constant battle of organization, but I think we're doing okay. I feel like the room is better organized than it's been. Students are in here working in their spaces, testing. We'll use the arena for testing. We use outside of the classroom for testing out in the hallway. And I think it's a pretty good space. I'm proud of it. It's year 4. And you know, there are definitely worse classrooms to have. All right, everybody, good luck in the 26-27 school year.